So hey guys, today's topic is perception of what is curable in disease, curative in medicine, and the application of last two first. So before I begin, I would really like to say that I'm no expert in homeopathy. Whatever I'm going to say is what I know, but I might not be everything that homeopathy has to offer. So I hope this video actually helps. Okay, so here I have made a little chart about this thing, so it would be easier for me to remember the things that I would like to say on this topic, perception. So how homeopathy works? Okay, so homeopathy actually has medicines, mm, like more than 300 medicines, and every medicine has lot of symptoms. So say a patient comes, there are many different kind of people in this world. Okay, everybody thinks differently, everybody express their feelings differently. So one people might be able to express their mental symptoms very clearly, some might not be able to do it, some might be able to show what the pain is, how the pain actually works in their body, like, oh, my pain comes from legs and then goes to my hand, or then goes to my head, something like that. These are characters. Every medicine has lot of characters. The first are like mental symptom generalities are like in common thing, but there are also peculiarities. Like many medicines are very peculiar to a certain kind of patient. Okay, so a homeopath actually looks for it. A homeopath sees what a patient is. A homeopath actually there. I would like to say, like, no doctor is same in homeopathy. No doctor is same. Some doctor might be very good, and some doctors might be like totally pathetic. Like you have to find those that are actually good. For that you can ask people who actually go to that doctor. Through that you can understand if the doctor is actually good or bad. You go to a clinic and you meet a patient and you say, oh, are you really like comfortable with this doctor? And the patient might say, no, I just visited today. Or like there can be a patient that will say, oh yeah, I've been like getting my treatment for like 10 years. This is a very good doctor. He cured me of this and that. You have to look for that. So a patient, a doctor in a homeopath, like actually sees, different varieties in you, all the kind of feelings you have, what you think. This actually helps him to find the perfect remedy for you. you know just because you come, because of you have this all these symptoms. You have like headache, you have like pain in the stomach and lots of other things. But actually what homeopath is actually doing is like he is looking through all of it. He's not neglecting anything. He's trying to understand you deeply. Everything, every darkest part, shades, all the shades of you. He's trying to understand, and he's trying to find that remedy that actually is yours. The cure for your, because you know a medicine isn't given to you just because you have a headache or stomach pain. He looks for that remedy that actually belongs to you, is supposed to be yours remedy, your cure. And if that remedy is for you, all your headache, stomach pain will go. So he's looking for that in you. He's trying to understand you and give that perfect remedy for you. And if you are like hiding something from that doctor, it is a very bad thing to do. Express everything that you have to offer. He is not neglecting you, he is understanding you, he is trying to understand you better. So never forget that. There's what this process is called totality of symptoms. Everything from your mental symptoms, head symptoms, pain, how the pain actually works, what kind of character your pain has. It all matters, because after collecting all this data, This is called totality of symptoms. He is like joining everything from top to bottom. He's joining and finding that perfect remedy for you. This is called totality of symptoms in homeopathy. And there are like, the more the physician, like, we physician aren't supposed to ask direct questions to you, like, oh, do you have headache, like, do you have stomach pain? We aren't supposed to ask things like that, because your answer would be like this: yes, no. These are things that a homeopath should not do. He shouldn't do it, because he wants you to express your feelings from your way. He would ask things like, oh, do you have anything else that you have problem with? These are the questions that he would like to ask. But if there are anything that you would like to say, like, oh, I used to like have a very good memory, but now I think I'm not good at remembering things. These are the things that you have to share. These are a very important thing that you have to share. Like, homeopath's work isn't to find what you are eating, what you aren't eating. It is not his work. His work is to find you, your character. That's his actual and real motto. So if you want to like, indulge into homeopathy and like study it, or be get cured, you have to understand it, that things aren't to be like hidden. Like, you shouldn't hide things from your doctor and express everything that you think, even if there is things that are actually bad, like you have suicidal tendency, like things like that. Like, things, I would like to share something that you guys might find very funny. Everybody has felt it, homesickness. Yeah, right. Everybody has felt this thing, homesickness. There are like 5 medicines relating to homesickness. These are actually something that you shouldn't neglect. If you want to kill somebody, then you have to talk to the doctor. The doctor won't call up like police for like things like that. No, he wouldn't do that, because you are actually, everybody is actually sick in some way, because people make themselves sick. It isn't just because of something outward, like some bacteria came and some fungus came and you are sick. No, you make yourself sick. That's actually the truth. You make yourself sick. Everybody makes themselves sick, and this is something that could be treated. There are things that couldn't be treated. Like, of course, say like, okay, homeopathy also cures cancers, okay, but thing isn't like this. Like, think like this: your hand is cancerous, okay, your hand is totally cancerous. So the only way for you to survive is to cut your hand, right? Your hand is cancerous in itself, and this cancerous hand is actually going to destroy your body, okay. So this isn't actually a cure for homeopathy, cutting your hand just because you need to survive. You have to survive. That's why best thing to do here would be to cut your hand, because it is cancerous. But this is actually not a cure. This is like saving you from something prior to it. Like, okay, I'm not good at using good words. This hand would kill you because it's cancerous, okay. This hand has to go right now, because curing it might not be possible, okay. This hand got cancerous because it wasn't treated in time, okay. Everybody understand this, okay. It wasn't treated in time, so it is actually dangerous right now. But okay, say like 10 years, or yeah, like 1 or 2 years ago, it could have been treated. It could still be treated, but it is still risky. You understand that, right? It is still risky. So the best thing to do would cut his hand, but this is actually not a cure. Okay, I don't think I'm able to express myself very clearly, but okay, let's go to a different topic. Okay, think about this, and think about this as an like epidemic. An epidemic has risen around this area. Okay, a place where epidemic has risen, and there are many different, as I have said earlier, there are many different kind of people. Okay, so an epidemic has circulated in an area. Many people are sick, and there are still people that aren't sick, but I'm going to like tell you why um, finding a remedy is going to be tough here. Okay, so there is a single epidemic that has circulated in an area. Okay, so everybody is sick, everybody is sick, but finding a correct remedy for everyone is like a tough thing. um okay, but thing is that everybody is sick because of the same thing. There are things that are similar in that epidemic. For example, say there are many people who are sick, but everybody has different mindset. Okay, somebody would like to eat sweets, somebody would like to eat salty things. Okay, but there would be something similar, there would be something similar in everyone. Say 100 people is sick. Okay, and 100 people came to a single doctor. That single doctor would try to read everybody, understand everybody, and in this process he could understand that there are similar things in everyone. Okay, maybe like somebody everybody has pain in the legs. Okay, so pain in the legs is a thing that is similar between everybody, but there could be things that aren't similar in anyone. Okay, everybody is different, every people is different, but finding the similar thing, finding similarities in all of them, what the thing is similar in all of them, that would help the doctor to find that perfect remedy. Okay, this is the way to understand the perfect remedy for all of the people, okay, suffering from an epidemic. So this is a way for a cure that could happen, a process of cure that could actually get into a process. Okay, so homeopathy actually sees a slightest difference between your character that has changed over time and the different shades in you, and he has to collect everything. He can't neglect a single thing. It is hard to take everything in the head, so people like us write them in a paper. This is how it should go, you know. A data should be made of a single person, different people, so different characters, and different characters should be noted down to find the perfect remedy for that person, for that patient, a perfect single remedy if possible. So it is the more you tell the doctor, the homeopath, the more you tell a homeopath about you, the more he will be able to understand you, understand your remedy, understand what should be given to you. You know, he would characterize it, see peculiarities, and then create some like create the data like perfect. Like nothing is created actually. Our system is actually our law. There is no system. There is a single law. The law is actually very vast, very difficult to understand, to perceive. You know, very like tough. But this is what a homeopath must do to be good physician. Okay. Okay. The difference here would be a single thing, that when you try to tell a different doctor of like not from homeopathy, the doctor would think that because other doctors, other like from other the doctors from other field doesn't study like us, they don't they don't try to understand their patient because it's not in their study, it's not in their laws. I guess it's not even law, I don't know. We have law, others don't. The problem is that they think that just because they don't understand it, they should just go to a different, you know, situation where you aren't like disturbing them, you know. A patient who is actually very frustrated because of his her character that is like that has been changed and giving pain or problems to them, these are not actually a matter to like allopaths. Okay, I don't want to be negative, you know. I don't know about like Ayurvedic, I know about allopathy, and this is a major difference, you know. We analyze everything, we make a data, and we make, you know, make a image in our head, in our notes, and we, you know, find that perfect remedy, you know. We don't have like, or just because you have a headache we have like, we will give you this medicine. No, it doesn't works like this. If you have a headache, there are like 30 to 40, I mean like almost every medicine has headache in it, okay. But the thing is that there are other things that are peculiar, you know. You are different, you are a person, every person is different, and every person has something that is actually peculiar. That character should be found, that character should be analyzed and like kept in mind, because that peculiarities, that many things must be peculiar to find that perfect remedy, okay. There should be like, just because you have headache, there shouldn't be stomach pain. But if there is stomach pain, there shouldn't be like something else, because this data would like disrupt study and understanding for a perfect, you know, a perfect remedy for you. It should be found out by, you know, correctly analyzing the patient, correctly analyzing the patient and finding that perfect remedy. Because there are like more than 300 like now I guess it has also, I think now the medicine might have crossed 400. It must not be in our books right now, but it should be like maybe 500, more than 500. But fact is like, I just want to say things like this: not every homeopath is the same. You should choose your doctor. You should actually go and ask the patient who go to that doctor and ask them why they go to that doctor. Because this, because because of a particular bad doctor, the reputation of homeopathy can just get destroyed, and this isn't a very good thing to do, you know. There is a very good doctor that I like. His name is Mukherjee sir. He's a very good doctor, okay. He's the guy that cured a person from his gallbladder stone, okay. So I would really, if you guys really want a good doctor, I could give you his number, okay. Do not just go to a random doctor. You should always check if the doctor is actually good, you know. And I wouldn't like you guys, and I would like you to tell people not to judge people because of a single person, okay. There are tons of bad cops, okay, police. There are many bad police. So just because of a single police, you can't just judge every police guy in the India, okay. You can't do that. There are lots of lawyers that are not very good, okay. They live for money, okay. There are doctors that live for money. And just because of that, you can't just judge everybody, right? But this thing actually doesn't work here in homeopathy, because everybody says homeopathy doesn't work and stuff like that. I don't think most of them even tried, but those who did like might have had a bad time with it, like bad experience with it, and that actually changed them. Maybe, I'm just saying maybe, because they never met this Mukherjee sir of mine. I would really like you guys to live your life in a way where you don't judge people just because of a single bad experience. Okay, everybody is actually good, everybody is actually bad. Actually, there is no good people in this world, but point isn't it? So with this topic, I think I have talked a lot of things rubbish, and I have made it in the 20-minute long video. Wow. And I think I should just quit. Peace.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.